Today, a Dallas County jury sentenced a man to 55 years in prison for his role in the kidnapping and murder of a 13-year-old Dallas girl. The jury convicted him yesterday of planning the kidnapping and murder of Shavon Randle, but Darius Fields tearfully claimed today he had nothing to do with her murder or the killing of an associate, Michael Titus. The jury was not swayed. Fox 4's Stephen Dial is live with a reaction to the sentencing tonight. Stephen.
Steve, the 55 years for Fields was on top of a federal conviction related to the death and kidnapping of Randle. Today, her mother says she's pleased with the decision, but says nothing will bring her child back.
I shouldn't have to go visit Lincoln Memorial to see my child. My child should be with me.
Shavon Randle's mother holding back tears, reacting to a Dallas County jury's decision Wednesday.
You shall be confined for a period of 55 years.
After nearly 3 hours of deliberations, jurors determined a 55-year sentence for Darius Fields. It could have been anywhere between 15 years to life. On Tuesday, he was convicted of organized criminal activity in connection to the 2017 kidnapping and murder of 13-year-old Shavon. Prosecutors say he came up with the idea to kidnap her as retaliation over stolen marijuana.
That 55 and this 18 that he got is still not going to bring my baby back.
Before the sentencing, Fields made a surprising decision, going against his attorney's advice and taking the stand for nearly 2 hours.
Did you instruct anybody or direct anybody or encourage anybody or do anything whatsoever to cause her death?
No, sir. I ask myself that a lot, but because I think maybe if I wasn't selling weed, none of this probably would have happened. I beat myself up a lot about that.
Another man, Michael Titus, was also found shot to death inside an abandoned Dallas home. Fields says he never ordered Titus's death and claimed he had been sleeping when Shavon was kidnapped.
What about with the death of Mike Titus? Did you have anything to do with that?
I loved him like a brother. If I could have saved him or Shavon, I would have.
After the testimony, the lead prosecutor called it an act of manipulation.
He began by crying to play on every one of your sympathies. He is a manipulator. Period. End of story.
Anthony Farmer is a criminal defense attorney not associated with this case. He says it's very rare for a defendant to take the stand in the punishment phase.
I think sometimes defendants can think that them saying their piece and telling their story can help. But as lawyers, we know through our experience, that may not always be the case because there are surrounding circumstances such as your criminal history, such as the fact that you can't be contrite in front of a jury, and you can't be apologetic.
Fields' attorney, Scotty Allen, says they respect the jury's decision, but will appeal.
I don't think the evidence ever proved that he ordered, directed, or instructed anyone to kill anybody. And I think, obviously, if the jury had felt that he had, that verdict would have been a lot more stiffer than it was.
The lead prosecutor says regular court trials will start to pick up here at the courts starting this summer. She's hoping that a third trial involving the same murders will be able to happen possibly as early as June.